Let's distribute our points a little bit. So after we roll our dice and we're happy with what we got, which in this case was 27 plus 3, we can go ahead and distribute our points. So on the right side, we have our point distribution area. And once we make a change, such as resistance, I'm going to change it to be 2, you can see we get a number up here. This is how many points we have left to distribute. So here we have 23 plus 2, 25, and then 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. How did we get 30? Because remember over here, we rolled 27 plus a bonus of 3, so that's 30. So we have 30 points we can spend any way we want. So as we go ahead and we spend the points here, we can see we get some information that shows us what does it mean. I'm going to go ahead and spend some. And how many do I have left? I still have 8 left. So you need to spend all the points before you can begin to play. Of course, we could say, I don't like those points, I want to roll again. Maybe I want more than 30. Okay, that's possible, but can you get more than 30? You have to roll again, and you can only roll a maximum of 5 times. That's the maximum. We've already used 1, so we only have 4 left. So that's a bit risky, because when we roll again, our score could go lower. The points we have to spend would be lower. One of the key points here we can look at is, after we roll the dice, are we a buyer or a seller? And here we're a seller. If we roll the dice again, we could turn out to be seller again, or we could turn out to be a buyer. It's a probability roll on the dice. That's why we say roll the dice. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to spend them. Let's go with resistance. So if we choose 1, what we have is the base price. What's the base price? Remember, the base price is summarized based on the product. So here, the base price is $1,450. We also have base units, which in this case is 3,800 base units. And we can see that the currency is in USD, US dollars. So because it's US dollars, this is $1,450.00. Okay, so if we choose 1 for our resistance, then the resistance price is going to be 1,450. Let's go ahead and try something different. Let's choose 2. So now the base price is going to be 0.98 of the base price, which means the base price will go lower. If the base price goes lower, that means it may be easier for us to sell if we're sellers. It will also be cheaper for us to buy if we're buyers. So if we're a buyer, this is what our boss told us. We need to buy at this price. If we're sellers, our boss told us we need to sell at this price. So pay attention and remember the lectures from the class and to read the book and to look at the slides, because if you don't understand what base price is, how can you play this game? Later, we're going to also talk about things like resistance price, which is related to this base price. So pay attention in the class. There's no easy way to do this if you don't understand how those things work. Let's go ahead and look at flex. What is flex? Well, if I choose 4, I get 4. If I choose 6, I get 6. Flex points is flexibility. It's a way to increase your flexibility in your negotiation. Flexibility. Remember, we said when you negotiate, the more flexibility you have, the better. But you don't always have a lot of flexibility, and it's not for free. So you need to spend some points here. What about maximum purchase? Maximum purchase is only for a buyer. It's how much you can buy total. You cannot go over it if you're a buyer. But if you're a seller, you don't need this. And in this case, we wrote a seller, so we don't use this. What about delivery? Well, delivery is speed. So if you choose 1 or 2, you can have slow delivery. This means if you're a seller, you can produce and you can only ship slowly. However, if we go up the scale here, we could have average speed of delivery or fast speed of delivery. So you need to choose what do you want. And what about importance? Remember, in a negotiation, not every negotiation is important. Some negotiations are more important than others. And if they're more important, you need to change your strategy. So here we choose the importance. So if we choose 1 or 2, small potatoes, so not important. If we choose 6, vital importance. Now what does this do when you play the game, when you play the RPG? Well, the main thing that importance does is it increases your score very quickly. It increases your score if you're doing well. But if you're doing bad, if you're doing poorly, it decreases your score very quickly. So you need to watch out and think, do I want this negotiation to be important or not? Because if you do a good job, wow, this high importance could make your score go way up fast. But if you do not a good job, then it's not going to help. Maybe you want low importance. Because if you have low importance and you don't do a good negotiation, it's okay. The company doesn't lose too much money. And the last one here is quality. So 1 is going to be low quality and 6 is going to be high quality. So if you're a buyer, this means you need to buy high quality. If you're a seller, this means you can manufacture high quality. Remember, you need to use up all your points. So we still have 7 points here to distribute. So it's up to you. How do you want to use up your points that you rolled? Okay, let me go ahead and just move things around a little bit. We have 4 points left. Add more to resistance. Add more to units. That's how many we can buy or how many we can sell. Okay, importance. Move that up 1. We got 1 more point left. And I'll go over here to 5. There you go. 0 points left. Now I'm ready to press play now.